Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, so I've got all my stuff here. It is a very cold day. I don't know what temperature it is, but I put my old jacket on. I didn't want to mess my new one up. It's a whole lot warmer and it's got the heat in it if I want it also. But either way, I'm going to try to work on this middle pen, get this thing done. I want to get the old roost out of there. I've got enough to at least give them roost to where they'll have a place to roost. Maybe need a board or two more to finish extra roost, but they'll be fine with what I've got. So they'll have at least 3 runs is what I'm getting at, which is plenty for the 30 or so chickens that are in here. But I'm going to try to tear out this old stuff and get the new roost and all built after I get the floor clean back there. So I've got my shovel in here, I've got my pickaxe, and it's over against the fence over here. My gimbal is supposed to be following me, and I've got a new microphone, so I'm hoping the volume's okay. Let me come over here. It should follow me. All right. On a side note, as y'all know, the darker female turkey has been out of the pen for over a week. Well, I let her back in here just a little while ago. Now her and the other white female are kind of bowing up at each other through the separator fence. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm hoping she'll stay in. I doubt it. But all right, so why are you not? It didn't follow me. Come on. Okay. So I'm hoping, let me pause this for a second. All right. Yeah, my camera was a little bit off angle from where that's aiming. But, all right, let me see if I can get, there we go. It's following me again. I'm hoping the new microphone's working and that the gimbal's going to work. I've got it far enough away that you can pretty much see what I'm doing in there. It's not going to be a great picture because, you know, there's wire between you and me and the framing and all that stuff. Best I can do. I'm doing it by myself. So I've got my drill out here. I've got a box of screws in my level for when I'm ready to rebuild the roost. I've got these 2 that are almost 5 foot long and a couple shorter ones to use for the braces for the roost inside. And I've got the 3 long, 8 foot long 2x4s. So they'll have at least 3 roosts. Plus I've got another one there. It's a little bit longer and plenty more of these. I've got at least, I don't know, 6 or 8 more if I need them. But I'm not going to pick the camera up and show y'all. But I put some straw in these nesting boxes. I meant to do it 2 or 3 days ago, and I did not get that done. Last night, I put some straw in the nesting box. Well, doggone it. I had 7 eggs on the ground in here earlier. All the rest of them are in the nesting box, which is 10 of them. So there's 17 eggs in here so far. All right, so I'm going to take their feeder down. It's got a lot of dirt in it because they've been scratching that dirt around. So I'm going to set it out here so they've got access to their feed. And guys, I've got another video planned on making some feeders out of 5-gallon buckets. I've already bought the little thing the chicken sticks their head in through. I've already bought the buckets and the lids. They were much more expensive than I expected, but either way, I asked to borrow a 3-inch hole saw from work, and I kind of got a smart butt answer out of somebody when I asked. So you know what? I don't like borrowing stuff anyway. I just ordered me a hole saw kit. It's going to take me a while to get it. A few weeks probably because I ordered it from Temu. but I ordered a complete kit. So I do my own. It irritates me when I've got freaking helpers that lose $50 worth of tools on one job and no one says a word to them. But either way, these roosts have been in here long enough. They are in pretty rough shape as far as covered with chicken poop and turkey poop and all that good stuff. So I'm going to try to just get them out of here and give myself room to work. All right, that's a start bit. I am not going to try and save any of these. I could probably clean them up and take the screws out and save the screws and all that good stuff, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to throw these things on the burn pile and call it done. Well, it didn't follow me. I don't know why it followed me. Come on. Jeez. Anyway, I hit my fence when I threw it out, but it didn't hurt the fence. It just went on over. Oh. I did not bring a hammer. But I did bring a pickaxe and a shovel. So. All right, well, I got to try to find the screw holes. I have no idea where they are. I'm just going to screw this from down here and see if I can get it off. All right. Fingers are cold. I can't feel them. All right. I could reuse this 1x4 if I had to. It's over 6 feet long. Actually, it's not a 1x4. It's a 1x6. But why is this thing not following me? Okay, maybe I've got it too far away. I'll bring y'all a little closer. I know the range on it's not that good, but I see it moving when I move now. It's blinking at me. It's not really moving much. So, get it a little closer. See, chickens are very, very... Yeah, it moved. Guys, I'm 8 feet from it. It's a cheap gimbal, But if this thing works, then I'll buy me a much nicer one down the road. If it works at all. It didn't tell me the distance on the thing when I ordered it on how far it would pick up. But it's working right now. Hope I don't lose my microphone. I've already lost it once. I started the video and then I realized I didn't have the microphone I was telling y'all about. Dropped it outside the gate. Which is good because the chickens would have picked it up and ran with it. Okay, so that roost is gone. What I call the turkey roost is gone. Now I got to figure out how to get this thing off the wall. I don't know where the screw is. I was trying to find it. I don't even think I brought my pocket knife. Yeah, I did. My itty bitty pocket knife. Well, I don't see a screw mark. There's got to be one there holding this shelf on. Absolutely got to be one. I see this one. If I can get it cleaned out and get the head of the screw cleaned out, my bit may actually grab it and work. Take that screw out of there. I don't know. There's one. I thought I found a hole over here, but I couldn't find a screw in it. It very well could be one down in there. I don't know. There's a mark. That sounds like a screw down in there. All right. Yeah, I normally put them toward the studs so I know where they are the next time, but all right. And throw this one out. All right, I'm gonna let them drill down. I think I'm gonna grab it from that side so I don't grab the poopy side. Let's see if it follows me to go around now. No, it's not following me. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Whew. I keep telling it okay. See, it follows me now, but it didn't try to follow me a minute ago. All right, so I'm not taking that roost out because it's not going to interfere. I mean, that nesting box, because it's not going to interfere with the new roost that's going in here. I've got a couple 2x4s across that back wall and a little one up there. I'm going to try to take the little one down. It's an old piece of OSB. It just got leaned up out of the way. I'll move it for now. See if I can take this thing down. Nope, that's not. There it is. I thought it was in there. Nope. I'm trying to make sure I put every screw in my pocket. Now I'm bleeding. Whatever. Seems like I bleed every time I blink. I don't want any screws in here for the chickens to peck on and all that mess. All right, so that one's down. I ain't worried about the bottom two. I believe, if I remember correctly, remember this was my original chicken pen. 8 foot by 8 foot, 8 foot tall, that good stuff. Well, I moved it with my tractor back and forth across my garden area out yonder for a couple of years. I'd let them get the grass out of this spot, and then I'd move it ahead to get fresh grass. And I moved it, and I moved it, and then I moved it across and then back. Did that for several years. And those boards may have been screwed just to keep that back wall firm. I don't know. It's been a long time. But either way, over in this corner where they've been laying the eggs is where I saw a hole going under the wall. And it's either a rat or a snake. Either way, they just want the eggs. Now, if it's rats, I'm going to kill them. Feed them to the chickens. If it's a snake, I don't know if I'll kill it or not. 1 or 2 eggs, even a dozen eggs right now, it's not hurting me at all. The guy from work, he's got several kids and his wife, and they eat a lot of eggs. He's a health nut. He told me they buy eggs in the little box with 5 dozen in the box. 50, 60 eggs. So they buy them big like that. And I'm like, well, he doesn't care if it's store-bought eggs or... I'm moving, y'all. We'll put you in this corner. Okay, it says okay again. I know you can't see the ground because you could if I turned it like so, because that's actually how it's supposed to work. Are you going to follow me? There we go. So you can see the ground now. The gimbal will not look down any lower than what I've already got it. It only clicks down. Well, I felt like it went one more click. But okay, come on. Are you going to follow me? Hello. Maybe not. I don't know. Looks like it's trying. Anyway, can y'all see the ground over here? Not very much, but you can't see my head either. But that's okay. I'm going to aim you down a little more. I'm going to get this wagon put in front of the door so I can throw the poop and stuff into my wagon. I'm going to try to leave a little room for me to get in and out. That's barely enough. This pin's been in the location where it is now since I moved it off my garden space. Y'all can't see that, but I'm getting some big loads. I'm not trying to get the entire pin done today as far as the floor. I just want to get where the roost is going to be so I don't have to deal with that. But to be this floor, whoo, it's thick. It's at least 6 inches thick. I mean, I just found an original brace from the original roost. I don't know how y'all hearing me, how the new microphone works. I don't know. I got a couple of them. It's almost like they don't sell them one at a time. They sell them by the 2s and 4s. I'll come across those bigger ones that some of these other channels I follow are using one day, and I'll order them, and of course they'll be expensive, but see, that's what I'm not wanting to have to do today. I see red clay. I think I got a hen or two wanting in here to lay their egg. What I've noticed is I've got anywhere from 2 to 5 that like to lay later in the afternoon. And this isn't late. This is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got a few that like to lay at 5 o'clock. So I honestly don't know if it's the hens being curious, or they're wanting to get in here and lay their egg. That's down to clay right there. Whoop. Dang, hand bleeding in 2 spots. I don't even care. All right. I know one thing, the clip that holds these things on Sucks. It ain't much. Since that's the side I saw the hole the other day, I wanted to get down to the hard red clay, make sure I got down to whatever it was that had that hole there. Oh my goodness. I didn't have to worry about this when I had this pin running back and forth along my garden area, because I just moved it to a new spot and the grass would grow up. By the time I made one complete run across the garden and slid it over to come back on another run, the first and second spots already grassed back over. And never had a problem with having to clean the chicken pen out, because I was moving the fresh spot. Dadgummit! That good microphone done fell off twice. 3 times if you count it. Put it too close to my big mouth. It's gonna mess the sound up. I'm hoping it don't ruin this video, because it's a lot of time, audio and video. I did one little 30-second video when I first hooked them up to test them, and it sounded good. That definitely is down to red clay. I don't know. Y'all can see it just a little bit there. It's at least 8 inches deep from the red clay to the top of the dirt that I'm shoveling out. It's almost as deep as the shovel is tall. Whew, all right, let me level out the dirt that's in the wagon. Remember, this wagon's half full of leaves, so it ain't holding a whole lot. I've ordered me a hitch that I can hook this wagon to behind my mower, but I'm gonna have to build a frame somehow off that mower to mount the hitch to, so that I can pull this wagon. Doing this crap by hand, guys, sucks. I'll show y'all the floor when I get a little done. I know you can't see it on the video, but I'm sorry. Filming by myself and doing all the work by myself makes it hard. And I don't have high dollar cameras and high dollar stuff. So it's not that I don't want to buy the high dollar stuff. I will buy it if I can just find it. I have messaged over the years several other big YouTube channels and asked them what was a good affordable microphone because theirs sounds good. Never get a reply. Same way with the camera. And there's a couple channels I follow that talk about them, but those guys are talking about a $300 camera. Like, this is not an expensive camera. Guys, to working people like us, a $300 camera is expensive. So I'm not going to be that way if I ever get to be a decent sized little channel. Somebody asked me a question, I'm going to give them my honest opinion answer. Yes, buy the best stuff you can buy, but if you can't, I've used this one and it was okay. You know, that kind of thing. All right, my wagon is pretty much full, mainly because of the leaves. Another reason I wanted to go ahead and get this done, because they're using the dirt to make them a nest back there. If this ground is hard and there's straw in the nesting box, which that black hen got in there, if y'all can see her down there. So she's either wanting to lay an egg or nest, one of the two. But so I've got half this wall done, slightly over half to be honest, but I want to get it finished so I can get that roost built, and then I can come in and finish all the rest of this floor another day in another video. The main thing for me is to get all the loose stuff up so they can't build a nest with it. Black hen's in the nesting box over on the turkey side. Now, when I started the video, one of them laid one right outside the door. I think she was trying to get in here to lay one, and she dropped her egg. But either way, there's one in there now, laying an egg, raising sand. She must have laid it. She came on out. She came on out. She must have laid her egg. But when it's so high and so dry and dusty in here, because it never sees rain, and they start scratching around and they get the dirt and stuff in their feed, it needs to be cleaned out. That wagon really is full. I guess I'm going to have to pause it, y'all, and let me go dump it, because it ain't going to hold a lot more. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, of course, the pen was full of chickens when I got back, because they're going to come in and inspect what you did. But you see my gimbal, I got it aimed down still. So I added 7 eggs to that when it had 5 in it already, plus the 3, and now there's 2 over there. So the one that got in there did not lay an egg, but as you can see, I'm down to the red clay there. And I've gotten most of the stuff up, but it's hard to see on camera. But I guarantee you that's 8 inches higher than that. I mean, that is thick. And I've already got a bunch of the thick stuff out here. So I'm going to try to finish this corner off, not finish the pen, and get the new roost built back here so they'll have a roost in a few hours when they're ready to go to roost. That's the idea. All right, I'm going to flip this thing back around. And see, whoop, turn around. All right, there we go. Look, you can see me. Okay, so microphone's still there. It's a good thing I made it down to the compost pile and back and didn't lose my microphone. So hang on. All right, let's see if we can get it to follow me now. There we go. All right, I've got it aimed back up. It's not level, but still not showing over here on the ground. You can see the nesting box, but you can't really see where I'm actually working. Oh, come on. Work when you want to. There you go. I'm over here. I'm over here. I don't know if maybe my hands won't let me make the correct symbol for it to follow me or not. I don't know. But that's definitely red clay. Originally, when I built this pen, my original chickens never got out into a run, y'all. They stayed inside this pen, moving it. They didn't have a run area. This was it. But you see the cracks in the walls back here sometimes on the videos, and that's because I've got those two panels hinged where I can open them from outside. My idea was to put the nesting box up there so I could reach in and get the eggs, but that never came through, so they're just screwed closed, which is no big deal. When I'm editing videos and watching it, sometimes the shovel load looks like, dang, he ain't getting much dirt. Trust me, guys, in real life, I've got a full load on it. There's nothing else I can load on it. That board's starting to get in the way now that I dug up. It won't stay up. And there's the hen just went back in the nesting box. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to break this board off. Oh, yeah, that was easy. It was rotten. It can go in the compost pile. All right. When I first built it, I didn't have water run to the pen, y'all. Remember how I told you I moved it back and forth on the garden space? Well, what I did is I took one of them little 35-gallon drums, mounted on the back corner of the building, mounted it on the building, and ran me a water hose inside. And I tried those little drip feeders with the little cup and the little nipple that they peck and water comes out. But those things are more trouble than they're worth. And then I've still got a bunch of them things somewhere. I mean, they're not hard to install, but if you're going to use them with pressure, like a regular water line like I'm doing now, you've got to have a pressure reducer on there because they're not designed to handle a lot of pressure. So I don't use them. The new feeders that I'm going to start using should save me some more feed. And yes, it is time for me to go buy feed, but it was raining when I got off work Friday. I wasn't going to haul it in the rain. Then it rained Saturday morning, so I wasn't going to go get it. But we had our Men of Honor conference this Friday evening and Saturday at church. And y'all, being a Christian and who I am is way more important than the YouTube channel. Sorry. So I spent time with my brothers in Christ, and we enjoyed ourselves fellowshipping, studying God's word, and all that. All right, I'm down to clay over there. I'm tempted to grab it and show y'all, but I got to come out because the roost is going to come out. Now, I don't want to have to try to shovel this under the new roost. So I'm down to clay though. So if I can get this little bit right here, that'll be half the pin. Because 2 studs, and there's 4 studs, 8 foot, 2, 4, 6, 8. Then I'll have half the pin actually done. All right, I just found another mouse hole. Remember when I did the other side, I found some baby mice. And I guarantee you that's what these holes are over here. There'll be some inside this compost. That's a pretty good hole right there. I don't care. As long as they don't harm my chickens. I ought to grab the camera and show y'all. That's not the best phone holder in the world. So I'm not going to fight it. Just to show y'all a hole in the ground. All right, I better start loading some in front of the wagon because it tried to tilt me in. Oh my goodness. Am I going to call that done? I don't know. Oh my goodness. They will throw this dirt all the way back over there, but it'll be loose dirt that I can rake out pretty easy. All right, I think I'm done for today. We're cleaning the pen out. So I'm going to pause it and then I'll flip it around and show you. Okay. So that's red clay. And that's red clay. And that's the hole I was talking about right there. I done knocked dirt down in it, but I guarantee you that's a mouse tunnel. But I haven't gotten what's up under the nesting box, which is not a big deal. But I got to get the rest of that. And I'm not doing that today. I wanted to get the new roost built to try to prevent them from nesting in this corner on all that loose dirt. So I'm going to put you back on the tripod there and set it over in this corner. See if y'all can watch me build. So hang on just a minute. Let me get it set up. Well, hey guys. All right. I'm going to add this to the end of a video I already made because my audio died on the last 5, 10, or 15 minutes of that video of me building the new roost and getting the floor back down to clay. So I'm just, instead of just trying to figure out what I said when I said it, I'm just going to show y'all I have finished. It's down to, you can tell it's down to the red clay. See how deep it was? That water was 5 inches, so 6, maybe close to 7 inches easy right there. And some of it was way more than that. But even though I'd already done 2/3 of the pen, I went ahead and re-scraped out the back and got it all pulled forward. And you see that feeder used to just barely touch the ground. Now it's 5 inches above the ground. So I've got it all scraped as good as I can, and the new roost is built. I may end up moving this bottom roost up about 1 foot and then adding a small one at the bottom. But I came in here the night after I finished it and just looked to see where the chickens were roosted and if there was room for all of them. And guys, all 30 of them were on the roost. The top roost could have held 2 or 3 more easily. But, you know, I'm not going to force them to do it. But there was room for 2 or 3 more on the top roost. The middle roost was only half used. Most, at least half of it didn't even have a chicken on it. And then there was 3 or 4 chickens on the bottom roost. So there's this 3-run roost right here that I built will easily hold 45 chickens. And I've only got 30 in here. So that's what I'm getting at. And as y'all see, I put the straw in the nesting box, and every day I've been getting eggs out of the nesting box. But I've also been getting 6 or 7 off the ground. And that's kind of why I went ahead and did the ground in here, is so they didn't have the loose material to build a nest out of. But I didn't have any in there. It's early. I actually took off on Tuesday because my work truck is in the shop all day getting some work done on it. And I took today off as a vacation day. So I helped a few hours this morning at work. But other than that, I didn't do anything. And I came home and I waited till lunchtime till the temps got above freezing. And I got out here and finished this chicken pen. Now I'm not going to bother to take the roost down, the nesting box down and get the dirt up under there, because they can't get to it anyway. And if I move it all, they may try to crawl under. So I don't want that. But I'm going to leave that dirt under there. But anywho, you see there's 3 hens in the nesting box. And believe it or not, while I was in here with the pickaxe and the shovel, there was a hen in both the first 2 nesting boxes, and they stayed in there the whole time I was doing it. They didn't move. They stayed in there. And about the time I was finishing, the first one got up and left. The middle one has stayed in there. That may be my broody hen. But this one just got in a few minutes ago. So I'm hoping they're laying their eggs in there on that straw. And as the straw slowly disappears and my eggs start rolling forward, I'll be happy about it. So that water is leaking a little bit. I showed in the other video. I'm going to leave it alone till this freezing weather's gone. I'm probably going to order a new hose like I did for Sue's pen over there. And solve the water leaking issue. But let me get out of the way, because they're all coming in here. But now I've got well over a load and a half out of the first time I did that pen, building the roost and getting the ground clear. And that wagon there is actually higher than the edges, except around the edge, of course. But that's a full load right there, and that's a 10 cubic yard little trailer or wagon, whatever you want to call it. So I've gotten about 25 to 30 cubic yards of compostable dirt and poo and all that out of that middle pen. And I got about the same out of this pen over here on the end, and pretty close to that out of the first one. So that's a lot of soil that I can add my regular topsoil to and compost and mix it up to where it'll sit there and compost and break down the rest of the way. And when I get my raised beds built, which is a whole nother story, I'm going to have to find another supplier for the wood. But when I get the raised beds built, I will have plenty of soil to put in those raised beds and get them done. So guys, I appreciate y'all watching my video. Remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. They're following me like little pets because I gave them scratch 2-3 hours ago, and now they want some more. But there's feed in their feeder. I'm not giving them any more till later in the afternoon. Y'all have a great day.